It happened on a Tuesday night, one of those quiet, dragging nights when the world outside feels almost too still. I live alone out near the edge of town, not quite countryside, but far enough that streetlights are sparse and the neighbors are distant. The rain had started around midnight, tapping softly against the windows like skeletal fingers. I was on the couch, half asleep, the glow of the TV washing the room in flickering blues. That's when I heard it. 3 slow, deliberate knocks on the front door. Thump, thump, thump. At first, I thought I imagined it. Who would be knocking at almost 3 in the morning? I waited, holding my breath, the kind of stillness that makes you aware of your own heartbeat. Then, again. Thump, thump, thump. I got up, uneasy. The peephole was useless. It had fogged up from the rain, so I hesitated, then pulled the curtain beside the door just slightly to peek outside. 2 kids stood on the porch, a boy and a girl, maybe 10 or 11. No umbrellas, just soaked hoodies clinging to their small frames. Their heads were tilted downward, faces shadowed. I cracked the door just enough to hear them. The boy spoke, his voice wrong, too calm, too flat. "Please, sir, we need to use your phone. Our parents will worry." I didn't move. Something about them didn't sit right. The girl raised her head slightly. I still couldn't see her eyes. "Let us in. We can't come in unless you say it's okay." Her voice was almost a whisper, but it chilled me more than the rain ever could. And that's when I realized I hadn't told them they could come in. But they were still waiting.
I stood there, frozen, one hand still on the doorknob. I don't know how long I stayed silent. Maybe a few seconds, maybe longer. But something inside me, something primal, screamed not to open the door any further. The boy repeated his words, almost identical to the first time. "Please, may we come in and use your phone? We just need a moment. It won't take long." His tone didn't change. No urgency, no fear, just emptiness, like he was reading from a script he'd never understood. I tried to sound firm, but my voice cracked slightly. "Where are your parents?" No answer. The girl swayed slightly, like a branch in the wind, her head still down, the hood of her jacket hiding most of her face. And then, "We can't come in unless you invite us." She said it again, and this time I caught it. It wasn't a request. It was a rule. I felt a chill run up my spine, like someone had just walked over my grave. I stepped back from the door just a bit, heart pounding. The porch light flickered for a moment, and in that split second, I saw their skin more clearly. Too pale, grayish, almost waxy. There were no puddles around them, despite the rain. Their clothes were soaked, yes, but the porch beneath them was dry, completely dry. They hadn't walked up. They were just there. My throat was dry as I tried again. "I'll call someone for you, okay? Just wait here." The boy tilted his head up, only slightly, and that's when I saw his eyes. Pitch black. No whites. No pupils. Just void. I gasped. Actually gasped. Like the air had been punched out of my chest. My hand moved to close the door, slowly at first, like I didn't want to startle them, though I didn't know why. I couldn't look away. The boy took a single step forward. "You said you'd help. Please, don't be afraid. Let us in." The door slammed shut, not because I meant to, because something inside me, instinct maybe, forced it closed. I locked the deadbolt, backed away from the door, and stood in the hallway, trembling. They didn't knock again. Not yet. I stood in the hallway, back pressed against the wall, heart pounding in my ears like war drums. The house felt colder somehow, though the heater had been on all night. I listened. Silence. No footsteps, no more knocking, just rain whispering against the windows. I should have called someone, anyone, but I couldn't make myself move. My legs felt like stone. My mind kept circling one impossible fact. Those eyes. Black, soulless, all-consuming. Like they weren't even eyes at all, just holes. Like staring into something ancient and hungry. Minutes passed, or hours. Time didn't make sense anymore. Eventually, curiosity or stupidity got the better of me. I crept back toward the door and, with shaking fingers, pulled the curtain just enough to peek out again. They were still there, exactly where I'd left them, unmoving. But this time, their heads were lifted, both of them, staring directly at me. Their faces were pale as bone, soaked hair clinging to hollow cheeks, and their eyes, dear God, their eyes took up almost the entire sockets. I stumbled backward, heart slamming against my ribs. They shouldn't have known I was watching, but they did. I felt it, like their gaze had pierced straight through the glass, through the wall, through my skull. Then the door handle jiggled, softly, slowly, then more forcefully. Clink, 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 clack. I had locked it, deadbolt and chain, but they were testing it. Please, let us in. The voices came again, from both of them this time, layered, perfectly synchronized, soft, flat, unnatural. I grabbed my phone and dialed 911, but the screen froze. No signal, no Wi-Fi, no anything. Then the lights went out, all at once. The hum of the fridge, the glow of the television, even the faint buzz of the heater, gone. The house was drowned in darkness, save for the occasional flash of lightning outside. And in one such flash, I saw them. Inside, standing at the end of the hallway. Not at the door, inside. I dropped my phone. I didn't hear glass break. I didn't hear the door open. But there they were, drenched, silent, watching. I backed up into the wall, fumbling for something, anything, a lamp, a coat rack. My breath hitched as I realized they weren't moving, but the shadows around them were, stretching, bending, reaching. You let us in, the boy said. You saw us. You heard us. You opened the door. No, I whispered. I didn't let you, but you listened. Another flash of lightning, and they were gone. Just gone. No sign of them, no wet footprints, no door left ajar, only the hallway, empty, still. I stood there for what felt like forever, unsure if I'd lost my mind. Eventually, the lights flickered back on. My phone buzzed, signal restored, time moving forward once more. But I didn't move, not until morning, and even then, I wasn't sure it was over. Daylight came, but it brought no comfort. I checked the front door, still locked, no broken glass, no sign of a break-in, no footprints, nothing to prove that what I'd seen, what I'd felt, had really happened. But I knew better. Sleep didn't come that day, nor the next. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw them, those eyes, staring into mine, filling my head with a silence so loud it drowned out my thoughts. And in that silence, a feeling remained. They weren't done. A few days passed. I tried to return to routine, work, groceries, empty small talk with neighbors, but everything felt wrong, distorted, off-center. It started with the dreams. In one of them, I was standing at the door again, rain falling harder this time.
But when I opened it, it wasn't two children. It was me, staring back, pale, wet, hollow-eyed. And behind me, they were smiling. I woke up drenched in sweat, ears ringing. Then came the messages. At first, I thought they were spam, a number with no name, no area code, just 5 words. "We're still waiting, let us in." Blocked the number. Next day, new one, same message. Sometimes the doorbell rings at night. When I check the cameras, no one's there, but sometimes there is. A frame, 2 small shapes, standing just outside the camera's motion range. Just far enough that their faces stay in shadow. Once I paused the feed at just the right second. Their eyes caught the infrared. Still black, still watching. Last night I found small, wet footprints outside the front door, bare feet, child-sized. I haven't told anyone. What would I say? I don't even know why I'm telling you. Maybe it's a warning, maybe it's a confession. Because deep down, I know this. They didn't choose me at random. They came because I heard them, because I looked. And now they're part of me. So if one night you hear a soft knock, if you see 2 pale children standing in the rain, and they ask to come inside, don't look into their eyes. Don't listen. Don't answer. Because once you do, they never leave.